And as Group 4 wraps up its qualifying round, this event is all about pride. The athletes already know Girard and Verstoop will be moving on to the final, but the other 4 guys certainly have something to prove. Jan Valgeir will be in the first lane. Next to him, American Steve KIRIT had promised Kaz, stumbled halfway through the competition, just doesn't have enough points. And for Glenn Ross, I think that log lift, when he didn't get that 4th lockout, really did him in.
It did in his mind for sure, Todd.
Vitas Blakaitis really impressed a lot of people in his inaugural showing here at the World's Strongest Man, and I'm sure we'll be hearing more from him in the near future. Hugo Girard, quite possibly the strongest man in all of North America, on his way to his 6th appearance in the World's Strongest Man final. And here's a guy who really surprised a lot of people. From the Ukraine, Vasyl Verstoop.
Bring the tires, boys.
So, Kaz, it's a fine line now for Verstoop and Hugo Girard. Do you risk injury, or do you go out with a good show?
Well, I think both of those guys are probably going to give it a pretty good effort. You know, the kind of energy that you put out in the last event of the qualifier is the momentum you're going to take right into the finals.
Vasyl Verstoop struggling here in lane number 1. Meanwhile, on the far lane, the top of your screen, that is Jan Valgeir of Iceland out in front. One more turn should do the trick for Iceland's Valgeir, and he gets it done. Steve KIRIT will get 2nd. Hugo Girard settles for 3rd. As the rest of the field comes through, group number 4 has wrapped up their qualifying run.
There's some of the Icelandic fire. Jan Valgeir shows some of his great potential, taking charge over the last few flips of the tire and taking control of the event.
So Valgeir wins in a time of 27.96. Steve KIRIT should be pleased with his 2nd place finish. Hugo Girard ends his qualifying round with a 3rd place finish, and Vasyl Verstoop was 4th. Girard wins the group with 30 points. Verstoop showed a lot in finishing 2nd. Steve KIRIT closes in 3rd. Vitas Blakaitis, who never seemed to recover from his injury in the Atlas Stones, is 4th. It's now time for the Metrics Brute Strength Award.
This award goes to Hugo Girard for his performance in the log lift. Hugo owned this event in the past. And once again, the powerful strongman from Quebec showed off his upper body strength. That's the type of effort that put Hugo in the World's Strongest Man final for the 6th straight year.
Well, with 1 qualifying group remaining, we now have 8 of the 10 men that will compete in the final. For my partner Bill Kazmaier, I'm Todd Harris. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. So long from Zambia.